It has been 20 years since the Second World War ended with the failure of the Allied invasion of Normandy. A triumphant Hitler declared victory over Europe and the British Empire. The United States withdrew from the conflict, listening to those like Charles Lindbergh, who had argued against a war with Germany. In the East, only the Russians fought on in a bitter guerrilla war. American efforts turned to retribution for Pearl Harbor. That came in the summer of 1945 with victory over Japan. By then, American General Eisenhower had returned from Europe to the United States and a humiliating retirement. In 1947, King Edward and Queen Wallis assumed the British throne. Winston Churchill, who had barely escaped with his life after Normandy, died in exile in Canada in May 1953. In the years after the war, country after country of the old Europe had become part of the vast Nazi empire of Germania. The Führer's architect, Albert Speer, built a monument to the Thousand-Year Reich. Germania's capital, Berlin, became a Nazi showplace. The SS became a peacetime police force, patrolling clean and orderly streets. As the 50s came to a close, Hitler was able to put a more civilized face on the Greater Reich. But news continued to be tightly controlled. The 60s began with the war with the Soviet Union still dragging on. Hitler desperately needed to conclude a formal peace with the United States and forge an alliance against the Russians, still led by the 85-year-old Joseph Stalin. Hitler saw signs for hope in late 1960 with the election of a new president of the United States. The Führer believed with President Joseph Kennedy Sr. in office, at last there was someone with whom a deal could be struck. Now, in 1964, for the first time in 20 years, Germania's borders are opening to the Americans. The world press has been invited to cover the Führer's birthday celebration on April 20th. There are rumors that President Kennedy will attend a Germanian-American Summit conference. An alliance with America would assure Germania's invulnerability. But there are other more persistent rumors that could threaten Hitler's plans. There were stories that something terrible happened in Germany during the war, that the official Nazi story that Jews and other minorities had been relocated to the east wasn't true. There are also rumors that in the Greater Reich, terrible things are still happening. Television, radio, and newspapers are all controlled by the powerful Ministry of Information. Nobody in the New Berlin dares to ask awkward questions.
Heil Hitler!
Greater Reich Tourism welcomes you to Tempelhof International Airport. I am Helga Schröder, your guide. On behalf of the Ministry of Culture and Education, I would like to welcome you, journalists from the Americas, to Berlin, capital of the Greater German Reich. We hope you will have a pleasant stay with us.
I used to cover Berlin for CBS before the war.
A city of great
I never thought I'd ever get back.
A city of culture, where past and
Neither
present
did I.
stand side by side. Reich Tourism will handle any and all of your needs while you are here.
You've been here before?
I was born here. I left when I was little. My mother was German. She met my father before the war.
McGuire. I knew a Paul McGuire here, diplomat.
He was my father.
You are the first
You're kidding.
Americans to visit us since the war ended. Germania is
I'm Walter
extending
Elliott,
a hand of
CBS.
friendship to the
I
United
know who you are.
States. We see no reason why the stars and
Welcome to the
stripes
United
should not
States
fly
in
side
peace
by
and
side with
friendship.
swastika.
It is the wish of the
Despite what you
Führer
may have
that
heard,
relations between
our
our
racial
countries
policies
should prosper
harm no
and develop.
one. We have nothing to hide and have many achievements we wish to share with you. Please do not lose your press accreditation. Without it, you will not be admitted to the many press functions that have been arranged for your benefit. So please, if you need anything, do not be afraid to ask. Guided tours of the city are available to our guests. We recommend you visit the Victory Arch and the Albert Speer exhibition during your stay. The war ended a long time ago. We are asking that you give us the chance to show you how sincere we are in wanting to bring the Cold War to a close too. Isn't that what everybody wants?
Zardy, I'm sorry I didn't make it this morning. Thanks for covering for me.
It's quite all right. Son sick again?
Yes, I sat up all night with him.
Coffee.
Thanks.
Nothing serious at all.
No, nothing serious, not really.
2 espressos, please.
Next time you need to sleep in, count on me. Another busy day in the sexual crimes unit. Who with the lovebirds?
Pure Aryan woman under Polak got right in the act. Coffee, please. A resettlement state for her, 10 years hard labor for him. I just don't understand these people.
Every time somebody makes love, somebody else writes a report.
Yeah, that's right.
Here you are.
Some sugar.
Yes.
Hey, Zavi, I've got something in there for everybody. Anytime you are looking for something out of the ordinary, you let me know.
Excuse me.